go. Welcome back to Talkative Sports News, where we give our base takes on, stuff that happens in the world of European, not just European, actually world football. It should probably be called World Football News. I might change that to World Football News. But for now, we continue with Talkative Sports News. And please, if you haven't yet, like the video. Please like, and as I go through these topics, comment. You feel free to comment. Feel free to join live. If you're watching this live, feel free to just shoot me a chat, and I'll be sure to read and answer your questions. If you have a question, if you have anything you would like to say, let's talk. So, our first topic of the day has to be the unstoppable, the indomitable Bayern Munich. They have won all their matches so far this season. They are first in the Bundesliga. I'm pretty sure they're top 3, or at least first in the Champions League table. They've won all their Champions League games. And I must say, it's definitely credit to their coach, the former Burnley man, Vincent Kompany. I knew he would be good, but just not this good. I mean, already 2 years in, and his team is able to fire on all cylinders like this without his wonder kid, Jamal Musiala. That just amazes me, It really goes to show how much of a tactician Vincent Kompany is. He's real. He's not, and he's the one thing I can say that I've noticed about him that I even watched this on his training sessions. There were some videos that were put out from his training sessions. His training sessions are intense, man, and he is intense in the training. He's in your face. He doesn't let up. He's just intense in their training sessions, and you can tell because it's translating onto the pitch. Obviously, he is very, very meticulous. He is very detail oriented. I didn't know he was this good, but he's turning out to be a special manager, and he looks like he might coach not just Bayern, but he might be coaching in top clubs for a very long time. But with that being said, Mr. Vincent, with great ability comes more responsibility. Are we winning the Champions League title this season? Are we? Because you know what happens if you don't. What might happen if it goes like last year? You know what might happen. You saw what they did to Tuchel. I'm just saying, is this going to translate into the knockout stages of the Champions League? That's my only concern. But besides that, been flawless this season. And our next topic is our wonder kid, Estevao. Now, bought for just below 40 million from Palmeiras in Brazil, and he's joint top scorer for Chelsea Football Club. I am very impressed. I knew he would be good, but I didn't think he would just get off to a hot start like he has. Hot start. Only played 9 matches. I think he has 5 goals. It's pretty impressive for an 18-year-old. I must say, anytime we see the kid come on the pitch, I always see something new from him. And that's kind of giving me Hazard vibes, because when Eden Hazard was at his peak for us, not even at his peak, talking about his peak, his first game with us, I was like, my God. He didn't even look like he was trying out there. And that's what this kid is reminding me of. From his first game, from the first time we saw him touch the ball on the pitch with a Chelsea shirt, he's never stopped amazing me. Goals, assists. I mean, his decision, what really, really is impressive about him is his decision making in the final third of the pitch. His decision making in the final third of the pitch is probably the best, second to Cole Palmer at 18 years of age. 18 years old. He's arguably our best winger. Arguably. You could say how Pedro Neto, of course, he's one of our best wingers. You could say Cole Palmer. I mean, obviously, if you can play Cole Palmer at left or at right wing and center attacking mid, no difference. Except I kind of prefer him at right wing because that's where he scored 22 goals from. But that's a story for another day. But this kid, Estevao Willian, he might need to start more frequently. Obviously, don't overplay him, but he might need to be a pencil-in starter week in, week out, depending on how he stays consistent, he stays fit, he stays confident. We might need to look into that. But Estevao Willian has been absolutely amazing for us this season. I couldn't ask him to do anything more than he's doing. So, shout out to you, kid. Keep doing what you're doing. At 18, blows my mind. And our next topic is Mr. Victor Osimhen. Should Victor Osimhen be at a top club? Really? This is a serious question. This is a very serious question. He's a top scorer in the Champions League. I believe he's the top scorer in the Turkish league. Top scorer for any Nigerian player in the Champions League ever at the age of 26. Pretty impressive. Very impressive. But do you really think he should be at a top club? Really? PSG? Can you see him at PSG? I think so. I don't think he fits in. Barcelona. Do you see him at Barcelona? I don't think he fits in there. Real Madrid. I don't think he fits in. Even without Mbappe, I don't think he fits in there either. Chelsea. Absolutely not. Sorry. Doesn't fit in. Manchester United? Maybe. I mean, they got a Sesko, so maybe, possibly, might fit in there. Maybe. I might give you that. How about Arsenal? Absolutely not. Does he even fit in at Tottenham, Spurs? It's questionable. Questionable. Dortmund? Sure, I guess Serhou Guirassy. So, similar, types of play. So, sure, I'll give you Dortmund. But what about Bayern Munich? I don't see it. And the fact that they passed him up and let him go to Galatasaray should tell you all you need to know about Victor Osimhen. Yeah, he scored against Liverpool, I'll give you that. Scored a hat-trick this game week. I'll give you that. But do you really think he belongs at these top clubs? Do we really think Dortmund is a top club? They're decent. Is Man U a top club? Nah, they're hit or miss this season. First time they've won 3 games in a row in 2 years. They're a top club? I don't even think he fits in at Atletico Madrid. I don't think he fits in at any of the Milans. He might as well go back to Napoli, but guess what? Oh, the coach doesn't want him. So ask yourself, does he really deserve to be at a top club? Food for thought. Next topic is, we'll go to the Champions League with this next topic. Do we really think that the draw between Chelsea and Qarabag was just on the players? I think not. I blame this draw completely, absolutely, 1000% on Enzo Maresca. What type of lineup are you picking? What are you doing? Hato and Tosin? Hato and Tosin? Hato and Tosin? Are you serious? It's like you're trying to sabotage our Champions League. That's what it felt like to me. Hato and Tosin. Caicedo on the bench. Enzo on the bench. And once again, Jamie Gittins. You see my problem with you? This is my problem with you. You explode for one game. Our game against Ajax had 2-3 assists. Our game against Wolves in the Carabao Cup, a goal and 2 assists. And then just, what was that? What was that? Please tell me, what was that? What was that performance? You were just running around with your head cut off, bro. Like a headless chicken. And then Tariq George, man. Look, let me be honest. I get it, bro. You can shoot. But can you do anything else? Like, the runs you make don't even make sense. It's like you want the ball to your feet, but then when you do get the ball to your feet, you don't really do anything with it. And I remember, you used to be like a really, really solid dribbler. Left wing, right wing, didn't matter where they played you. I need you to get, when you play striker, I need you to get back to that Tariq George. Go and watch how Mbappe plays. He's also a former winger who became a prolific goal scorer. I think you have what it takes, Tariq George. Don't get me wrong. I think you definitely have what it takes. You just need to be a little more aggressive when you're on the ball. You need to channel in that Tariq George of last year, winger Tariq George. We need that. We need that and striker Tariq George. I know you're still young. I know you're still trying to figure out how to play striker. I think you can, but you just need to be a little more dynamic with the ball. Don't always think, oh, I got to pass it. I have to. No. Take a little initiative. I know you can do this. Go out to the wings sometimes. Stretch the defense. Learn how to make smarter runs. Just watch how Mbappe plays. Literally. Model your game after him. I'm not saying you're going to be Mbappe, but you can model your game after him because he used to be a winger too. And you have similar skill sets. But the draw was absolutely on Maresca solely because I'm not going to be too critical on him for the wingers, but I'm going to be absolutely critical on him for those two center backs. That pairing, I don't want to ever see that pairing ever. I don't care what game it is. I don't want to see the pairing of Hato and Tosin ever again. Ever. Please, I beg you. Moving on, the Reds of Merseyside down Real Madrid at Anfield. Let's talk about this game. It was a very interesting game. Very interesting game. It could have easily been 3-0 or 4-0 because Madrid didn't create a lot of chances, to be honest. Liverpool created way more chances than Madrid. Way more. If not for Thibaut Courtois' heroics, yeah, it's 3 or 4. Szoboszlai had a couple of very decent shots that Courtois was able to save. And before you know it, the 59th minute, the shortest man on the pitch was able to push, I forget what the player's name, push him off and win the header. The shortest man on the pitch, Alexis McAllister. That's who you're giving up a header to, Real Madrid? Conor Bradley over here pocketing Vinicius. Mbappe has to drop way deep into midfield just to get a taste of the ball. No service into him. None. Was it Camavinga playing right wing or was it Goulet? I couldn't even tell. You made it easy for Liverpool to defend you. You don't have anyone that was playing, even when Rodrigo came on to play right wing. He looked all out of sorts. He didn't look right to me. He just looked not the Rodrigo of old. Just not quick enough, just sluggish. And then benching Trent was probably the dumbest move you could possibly do. Xabi Alonso. Benching Trent for that game and then bring him on at the... What do you want him to do? In the 80th minute, 85th minute? What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? I didn't like that at all. You can't bench Trent for this game. You can't bench him for this game. And I believe that's why you couldn't create as many chances as you could. Because Trent, at least, would have gotten you 3 clear-cut chances in this game. At least 3. How's he going to do that when he's on the bench? Make it make sense, Xabi Alonso. Make it make sense. This loss, I will say 50% of it is on Xabi Alonso. And then the other 50, the players on the pitch. I don't know what Vini was doing. I don't know what he was doing. He was just sleepwalking out there. Jude, bruh, you can't keep fouling people and expect to get away with it all game long. It came from his foul. He played okay up until the foul. That was the game for them. Anyways, moving on to this previous weekend, Chelsea versus Tottenham game. And there's only one word I have to say about that game. Caicedo. Caicedo, the warrior. What a performance from you. What a performance. Won the ball back twice. Set up an easy tap in for João Pedro. And João Pedro, bro, you need to finish better, man. I'm sorry. You should have had a hat trick. The first chance where they gifted you the ball in front of the goalkeeper, you got to put that away. Go for the chip. Go for the chip. Go for the chip there. You got to put it away. Put that away. The second chance, where he took the ball off the half volley. That was a great take. I'll chalk it up to the keeper. But the third chance, obviously, Caicedo set you up pretty well. You should have a hat trick. You should have had a hat trick in that game. So you just got to be more clinical. I don't have too much complaints about you because Maresca has basically run you to the ground. Whatever we get out of you at this point, I'm appreciative of it. But you should have had a hat trick. Those were easy chances to convert. If not of Caicedo, man, I don't know, man. The game probably ends different. Probably a draw. And shout out to our defense. Really. Shout out to our defense. I think it was Fofana and Chalobah. Yes, when we are firing on all cylinders with our top defenders, this is the performance we're able to get. Now, mind you, it's against Spurs at 3-point lane, sorry. But still, keeping a clean sheet, winning the game, that is the performance I wanted to see. Good job. And this brings us to the last topic of the night. Can someone say highline? Can someone say highline? Barcelona, 3-3 to Club Brugge. What's going on? What's up with your highline? What's up with that? How can you have all your defenders past the halfway line? That's just bizarre to me. Like, Hansi Flick, no modifications, no little changes, nothing. We're just going to play a high line the entire time. All three goals that Club Brugge had, supposed to be 4-3, but I saw what your ref did for you by helping you out. Is it a foul? I don't think it was a foul on the keeper, me personally. I may be biased on this issue, I don't know. But I don't think it was a foul. So it should have been 4-3, really. But the 3 goals that Club Brugge scored, if you would ask me, how would I imagine that Club Brugge would score? It's a counterattack. Counterattack, easy. Beat up the high line, time your runs, boom, goal, goal, goal. If not for Lamine Yamal bailing you out, Barcelona, y'all would have lost that game. You're going to have to modify that high line or die with it. Because in about 3 weeks here, you're coming to Stamford Bridge to deal with us. And the things that we're thinking about doing to that high line, the things that we're just salivating what we're going to do to that high line. Please don't change a single thing. Come to Stamford Bridge. I rest my case. And with that, thank you all for listening to me ramble on about football, soccer, as the Americans call it, as my fellow Americans call it, for about 25, 30 minutes. You know, a little longer episode today because I felt like I should, talk about some stuff from last week because I didn't do an episode last week. That's on me. I apologize. I will try to keep up with these episodes as much as I can. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Please like the video. Please comment your thoughts. And with that being said, thank you all for joining me. Peace.